There are some people who have unaliving spells and graveyard magic placed on them on a regular, and they still breathing. And so that lets us know that witchcraft don't affect everybody in the same ways. There are certain people who are simply not as vulnerable to witchcraft as other people. Hello, beautiful people. It is Oshun Kimmy, your sage, your guru, your mystic, and your spiritual informant. Welcome to Surviving Witchcraft 101 with Oshun Speaks. So today we're going to talk about a few reasons why witchcraft don't affect everybody in the same way. And the first reason that I'm going to discuss about why witchcraft doesn't hit certain people as hard has a lot to do with spiritual rank. There are certain people who came to this planet with a universal, an ancestral, and an intergalactic protection over their life. A lot of this has to do with one's purpose or destiny. So there are people who have a very high destiny or spiritual calling over their life. And so they have a bigger spiritual team that has been assigned to assist them complete that mission or complete that destiny in this life. And this includes people like generational curse breakers. If someone is a generational curse breaker, meaning that their destiny here on earth is to break generational curses, cycles, and loops within their lineage, they are going to have the backing and the protection of their ancestral lineage, and not just of their ancestral lineage, but of the best of their ancestral lineage. So that means the warriors, the priestesses, the shamans, the prophets. Those are going to be the heavy hitters on that person's spiritual team. And so if someone has a high spiritual rank, please understand that they also have a very powerful spiritual team. And so certain magics are not going to work on them in the same way that they may work on somebody else. Reason number 2 that witchcraft does not affect everybody in the same way has a lot to do with the habits and the lifestyle of the person that is being targeted. If that person leads an actual spiritual lifestyle where they are walking in their destiny, they're practicing their spiritual gifts, they stay on top of their prayers, their spiritual baths, their smudging, etc., then that spiritual practice is essentially a barrier and a defense against dark magic that is sent to harm that person. Reason number 3 why witchcraft may not affect a person as hard as it would affect somebody else is that that person has spiritual gifts. That person is psychic, they can read tarot, they can get messages in their dreams. Essentially, they are tapped in enough with their spirit team and with the universe to already know what their enemies are planning. So essentially, there are certain people with spiritual gifts that allow them to be 1, 2, or 3 steps ahead of someone who is plotting or planning against them. And this is why a lot of magic is done to block people's dreams, because we can actually have the power to see who is doing what to us and how in the dream state. And so if you are in a situation where spiritual attack may be getting the best of you, this may be your sign that you need to do some spiritual work, get into a spiritual practice and routine to strengthen yourself in the spirit. And if you would like guidance in this matter, please feel free to book a reading with me or someone that you trust. And feel free to join us on the Patreon, where I will be posting weekly lectures, weekly readings, and we will be having weekly workshops where we learn spiritual practices and tools and methods in real time as a group. If a reading or joining the Patreon sounds like something that interests you, I will be posting a link to that in the description box and in the comments of this video. May peace and blessings be forever upon you. Selah.